just panning the room so there's no cue cards. Okay. Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm going to be your nurse for today. Doctor has ordered a dressing change on your line. So if I could just verify your name and date of birth, please.
Frederick, 12/25/68.
Okay, and I'm just going to double check in the chart to make sure that there is a dressing change due for today. And then I'm also going to look at your date here, and that all seems to match. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and open up my supplies first. Now normally if we were in a hospital setting, this stuff would be all waist length, so that, or waist high, so I wouldn't be bending over and hurting my back. I would be able to raise your bed, and this bedside table would be much higher. You would be laying flat instead of like that. So, but right now we are at home, so we are compromising a little bit. And this Tegaderm never opens nicely for me. And I always contaminate it, so I always have to go have my handy dandy assistant get me a new one. So they brought me a new one, and we will reopen that one. And look at how nice and neat that one opened. My 2x2, and then I've got my sterile gloves and my mask. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen that dressing up. Have you had any problems with that site?
Nope.
Okay. Looks nice, and it doesn't hurt at all when I touch it?
Nope.
Press on it? Okay. So I'm just going to, and I apologize for any hair pulling or pain as I try to get this Tegaderm off. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's nice and loosened up. And I would get my gloves from the glove department. I would have already had sitting on my table, because, you know, I'm a nurse that always has her gloves with her. So, we'll take that off there. And I'm just going to take a look at this dressing, and I would document any drainage and the color, odor, and how much. And it looks clear, so we're good. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a mask on you, sir, and ask you to turn your head the other direction. And that is just so that if we happen to cough or sneeze, we don't contaminate this nice field and cause an infection. And I'm going to put a mask on myself. I'm going to get my gloves on. We're going to go ahead and clean this site first. I'm going to scrub it with the ChloroPrep for at least 30 seconds. And we're going to get underneath there without loosening those sutures. And if I had to, I could contaminate my pinky to lift up on that, but I don't have to with him. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put a new 2x2 on that site. Bring it down just a little bit. And then we got our Tegaderm on there. And now our sterile field is done, so we can go ahead and take our gloves off. And I'm going to go ahead and date my new dressing. Take my patient's mask off, my mask off. And then we can tape these loose wires down up here so it doesn't get dislodged. We can clean up our mess. I can put my patient in a more comfortable position. Call light within reach, side rail up, do my documentation, when I did the dressing change, how he tolerated it, what kind of drainage, how much, if it smelled, anything like that. And that's the end of my procedure. Thank you.